Okay, I'm holding. So try coming on again, Aaron. I don't know why it's not. It is so strange. I go back here, turn that on. Tells me no viewers to invite yet. So, all right, I know I'm moving it around. I apologize. I'm putting it back on the desk so it can stand. And let me see. Still telling me no viewers to invite yet. Harmony. Hi, Harmony. Okay. Hi, Harmony. We're attempting to see. Okay, let me try that again, Aaron. And you're still not showing up in my viewers to be added. Harmony, are you on your phone or on your computer? I miss you too. We're trying to figure out why I can't get her live. I was doing an interview today. So are you on your phone, Harmony, or on your computer? Because it's telling me I can add Harmony, but it doesn't pull you up, Aaron. Oh my goodness. Well, it's so strange. It's just so strange. I don't know. I don't even know what else to do, Aaron. Let's see. Yeah, it says you reacted to it, but it's not. You're on the phone. Okay. I mean, this is so strange. So I have Harmony I could add, but it won't let me add. It's not even showing Aaron as a person watching live. Oh my goodness. I know. I'm so sorry. All right. Well, you know, I just get to wing it. Apparently, it's not even, I don't have it up on my, let me see if I can pull it back up on my computer. Live. Shows you there. All right. Well, let's figure it out and shoot for another week. Apparently, I can tell you I wish I was more computer savvy. Okay, I'm going to look one more time, Aaron, and see if you came up this time. It's only Harmony. I don't know. Bummer. Yes, we're going to have to do it another time. All right, in the meantime, thanks, Harmony. What shall I talk about today? I usually do a chat. I usually chat with you all, and I know, well, okay, thank you. I do appreciate that, Aaron. I totally appreciate it. I do. Wow. Okay, let me think here. Let me just, been trying your noon link, but missing it. Oh, I have a message from someone. Let me see here. At this, what a bizarre day. Okay, so Mercury's been retrograde since last Halloween is when it went retrograde. And so what happens when Mercury goes retrograde? I'm just going to talk about that right now because Mercury is it appears that it's going backwards. And technically it's not, but it does slow down. Mercury is the planet of communication in astrology. A place we get to go. The technology things, it affects technology, it affects miscommunication. There we go. I saw the, that's the problem. I'm telling you. So when Mercury goes retrograde, it brings up all kinds of stuff, technology issues, appointment issues. If you have people that have canceled their appointments or they've forgotten their appointments or they've missed their appointments, that's what happens, excuse me, when Mercury goes retrograde, is things get twisted up and turned around, and what happens is, okay, I gotta find Harmony's comment. I missed it because I saw that you had a topic suggestion. But now it's not showing me the comment either. Good God. Really? Maybe it's down in here. Podcast. Okay. I paused for a moment to see if I could find Harmony's comment. Does it show me on here? No, I can't scroll on my phone. Oy vey. Okay. Mercury. That's the, people go, oh my God, Mercury's retrograde. Well, yes, that is true. And we can have a reaction to that. But if we respond to it, it's all those rewords. We get to revisit. Revisit, review, release is a big one. All those, anything that's like a oh, there we go. I'm struggling with toxic people and ridding them from my life and awful pushback. Eesh. All right, I'll talk about that. That's an amazing topic. I will talk about that. So when Mercury goes retrograde, that's when we get to go inside and we get to review our own self and where we are in our life and release things that are not working. So it'll tie right into the pushback you're getting from mom. I told your sister. And we get to just also review it, reinvent it, decide how we want to be with things. That's the time to start reflecting and looking again at things that are serving or not serving and starting that out. That's what Mercury gives us an opportunity to do, is to slow down and look again, that reword, like when we review, revisit, we're react, we're again acting, again viewing, again means again. So we're taking stock again and seeing and looking what's working, what's serving in my life, what needs to be maybe eliminated, maybe just us upgrading our own energy. Toxic. What does that mean for you? Toxic. I know what it means for me. I'm guessing they're dysfunctional, abusive, manipulative. Would that be an accurate description of the dysfunction? When we change the rules in our relationships and we begin growing and expanding and evolving our person, our own self, then the people that are toxic, dysfunctional, all those words I mentioned, manipulative, my children, me to my call. They're striving that they are those that are abusive and toxic and not willing to grow with us. They become, what's the word? They become more of that because they're trying to reel us that are growing and evolving back into the rules that they play by, the terms that they've set, because we always did. We played that way and then we didn't. And when we didn't, they attempt to reel us back in harder and become, they try to come in the back door, and it can get uglier because it begins to show up more and more when we're changing the rules. We've declared to the universe and said, I'm done. I'm done with this behavior. I'm done with these relationships. Now it's showing up more because we've already pre-paved the road with that kind of behavior. Because we participated and we engaged and we didn't know any different. Then when we know different and we begin to shift it and change it and do something new, all that stuff, sometimes people will say, oh, I'm being tested in the universe or God or whoever you call that is just throwing shit in my way. And it's not that. It's showing up to be cleared out. Cleared. Now the universe is conspiring to help you become that. And it appears and it feels ugly and it starts to showing up. even more. At least that's how our view of it, because we've said, done. We've drawn the God. We said we're done and we're moving on. But they haven't. Whoever they are in our life, right? They have stayed in the same place. So my first and second marriage were that way. Very, very toxic, very dysfunctional. And the more I attempted to change my way of being, the uglier it got with them. I wasn't fully foundational in my new way of being. And it was easy to get triggered by them and engage with them, whether you say a word. If your energy is engaged and you're in your head and you're just having the whole conversation and that dialogue, you're engaging with them. Your energy is engaging with them. When we begin to heal all that and we begin to shift all that and we begin to set new boundaries and have new patterns and new programming, that relationship starts to shift. Sometimes they go away. I say we grow away. We don't grow apart. We just grow in different directions. When we stop engaging on any level, then it becomes neutral. And they may do the same thing. However, we don't get engaged with them. We just kind of look at it and observe it and go, oh, there they go again. They don't like it. And eventually they learn to alter their behavior. Here's what I've seen happen. They may still try to manipulate to bring you back in, because that's what they do. And the more we stand our ground and just stay on our side of the street and stay neutral in that situation, the less they keep doing it. Hi, honey. The less they keep doing it. Because we're no longer engaging, not in our words. Sometimes it's as simple as, you might be right. Conversation stopper. From their perspective and their view of the world, they are right. And I don't have to compete or challenge or get angry or fight to make them wrong, so I can be right. That's the cliche. Do you want to be right or you want to be happy? It's cliche, but it's true. I don't have to engage with them to make myself right, feel better, look better. I don't have to defend my children. Harmony talks about her kids. She's putting her person is putting her down, the mom, and to her children. So did I say that right? Harmony's children. That person is putting Harmony down to her children. I can go, that's not cool, but that's what she's doing. And the truth is, we just keep showing up as who we are. We just keep showing up as our authentic self, being who we are, being real, and not engaging. That's where they want to go. That's where they go. Sometimes we learn a new language. Wow, Mom, that's really hurtful. It's truth. It's a fact. Or, hey, you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe I've been all that, but I'm not that now. Right? So there's some conversation stoppers where there's just nowhere to go in the conversation. And sometimes it's as simple as you're right, or simple as walking away. Or if you want to behave this way, it's time for us to go. Have a plan, because you know how she treats you. No, I'll tell you, I was certain with my mom. I know how she treats me. I know how she's going to be. And I know, and there's still evidence that it shows up. The less I engage with her, the less it shows up with her. Don't use the word boundaries. Just state the fact. This is not acceptable. And if this is how it's going to go today, it's time for us to leave. Right? So because people will take our truth and it becomes ammunition for them and their manipulation tactic. And then we're all plugged in again because they're touching a wound. Right? They're touching a wound inside of us. not just your mom. This can happen with anyone. When someone states something, and maybe we still feel that about ourselves, in some place inside of ourselves, we feel like it might be true. Now the wound's touched and I'm engaged. I can feel that truth there. I can feel that. I feel your energy. So you gave her an ultimatum. It's a choice. How old is your son now, Harmony? So and this is true on anyone, this is not just a parent-child relationship. When someone touches our wounds, boom, we've reacted. When we're reacting to something that someone has said, and we're over the top in our reaction, it's out of proportion to what just happened, that's the clue, that's the clear evidence that it's something that's a wound that happened a long time ago. As a parent-child relationship, they know where they are. The parent or the abuser knows where the wounds are, and they know how to touch them. They know how to poke at them and pour some salt in them. And at some point, we can see the truth of it. And your children are going to develop their own relationship with her. They already know who you are. So now we're just talking about that parenting. You're the only one. The patterning stops with you. What do I want to say about that? There's a lot to talk about that. We are here in this life, on this planet, at this time, to break this cycle, to stop this abuse. It's generational. This comes not just from your mom. You got to consider where she was treated that way. Whether it's right or wrong, or it feels good, none of that. It's a line of people in our family. Everybody has had this. So there's no fault here. Okay, so let's just make that really clear. There's no fault. If we've decided, we here, that you're part of my tribe, you're part of my people, we've decided the time is now, this lifetime, to break the pattern and break the cycle. When we do that, the healing begins to heal the generations before and after. Although we may never see that, that's what we're doing here. Excuse me. We are breaking the cycle. We are breaking the patterns. Your children know what your relationship with them is. Families, all families, there are always those who, excuse me, who will always view us as who we've been, as children, as fuck-ups, as people who made messes in our life. They don't see us as the people we are today. Fact. I still have family members that this kid. They don't know who I am. If they ask me how I'm doing, I just look at them and say, I'm great. Because they don't really want to know the depth of my growth and the evolution that I've done. And that's the same for everybody. I say me, but it's the true for everyone. Most people don't really want to know. They don't, because what does that mean for them? They might have to do something different. When I got sober and I went to my aunt many years ago and I made an amends to her, she said, well, can't you just get on with living? This is living for me. This is my life. This is how I live it. And it took me a long time to own that. Then learning, there's a place of discernment and learning who's our tribe and who's not our tribe. And what do I share with those people? I decide. I am at choice. You are at choice. If you know that someone is abusive or a naysayer or a negative Nelly, you get to choose. And they get to choose how they respond or react. This is all just takes practice. There's no quick flip the switch and you're done and it's over and you're moving on and you're all well and cured, for lack of a better word. It doesn't work that way. It takes that time to reprogram and learn new ways of delivering and new ways of being and healing. So now the role as we as adults is to become our own parent. Because the wound that gets touched is the inner child. You know, that little one that lives inside of us. That's the wound getting touched. Our parents are our parents. We do not need them to parent us anymore. It's up to us. It's up to us to become our own parent and to give ourselves what we need. And then to parent our children differently. Because I know, Harmony, you have some amazing kids. And they know you. And they know who you are. And they have their own relationship with grandma. And at some point, that's going to be different. It's one of those things that we don't get to control. You get to control how much. But really the what's the word I want? Really the place to evolve into is doing your own healing. So the more you heal those wounds, the less you engage on any level with her in that way. And then it just gets easier. Either, and I don't know what the outcome is, like if you stop hanging around or that's kind of the natural evolution of any relationship when we evolve and we grow. We either grow together or we grow apart. That's the law of physics. We resonate together at the same place or we go like this. And it's all good. It's all good. It's part of what we came here to do. So I hope that was helpful and valuable and totally winging it. And I see I'm at 12:35 now. So I will end this since we got started so late. And we'll do it again. We'll hopefully next week or the week after when we can get it on the calendar. Then Aaron will come back. Good, you're welcome. Aaron will be back on for the interview that we couldn't do today. Maybe when Mercury goes direct. I don't know. It's just a crazy thing sometimes. And we'll make it happen. We will make that happen. So if you have not picked up your free guide, go to Hello Extraordinary Life. Pick up your free ebook on the landing page. I also put the link in one of these recordings. You can also go to the book. Thank you. Thank you. I love you too, Harmony. I have a tab up there on the top, the book. You can pick up my published book that I just did. Tomorrow is a book signing in Modesto on November 14th, 6 o'clock at Hanning's Beauty Lounge. If you're in town, join me there. And I'll be back next week, 12 o'clock, Wednesday. Every Wednesday at noon here. Okay, make it great. Thanks.